Hi guys, how's it going? This is Mayla. I'm back with a video. It is Saturday morning, May the 9th, and I am out in my front yard. Um, we're still cleaning up remnants of winter, fall and winter. Um, I am going to be going around to all of my bushes, mainly my boxwoods, and clearing out all of the leaves that have collected underneath those. Some of my juniper trees, and also a few in this middle area in my Japanese maple garden bed area underneath my lower pedalums, and a few other bushes and some of my arborvitae globes and things. Get all of those leaves out, clear them, and then for the first time, when I first moved here in 2021, the winter of 2021 and 22 was very harsh. And a lot of our boxwoods were damaged. We had a lot of winter burn. So I had to cut out a lot of dead branches and things, and they were left, looking spindly. Um, Also, a couple of them had like grown together, and I don't like that look. I like to see individual bushes, and I prefer them to be round instead of like the box squared off shape. So I had to separate a couple of bushes, and then I cut off a lot of damage, and I just decided to just let them grow. I did not try to shape them up. Well, this is my first year shaping them up, so I'm going to get my electric edge pruners, and we're going to try to shape them up. I'm a little nervous as I've never done it before, but we'll see what we can do. So I'm going to turn the camera around and show you what we're going to get into today. All right. So here we have one grouping of boxwoods, and then my two junipers at each end. There's a lot of leaves collected underneath these. I don't know if you can see this because of the way the sun is, but a lot of leaves collected underneath. I just want to clear all of that out. Also, there are a lot of leaves collected underneath these lower pedalums. A few little weeds that have started to come up that I'd like to pull. Then heading on over to our second grouping of boxwoods on the other side. Over here, there are 5 over here, and there are leaves underneath these as well, along with a lot more weeds. We got a lot of little tiny oak trees growing up in this bed, so I'm going to pull all of that. We've got some leaves collected here at my front door. So yeah, we're just going to clean all of that up, and then we're going to pull out the edgers, not the edger, the trimmers. So I had been just using like my handheld pruners, and but we're going to use this today, and we're going to try to give these a little bit of a round shape. I believe these two were the ones that had grown together, and I separated them. There are some dead branches that I need to cut out of here. Like that's dead. Well, that's dead. We got a dead one right here. We've got some weed vines growing up through there. So we're just gonna kind of pay some attention to these boxwoods and get them looking a little decent. They'll be much smaller, and that's okay. I'm fine with that. I don't want any big overgrown. I don't want anything growing up higher than that little lip of the window. So we'll be fine. These, like that one, is definitely going to be much smaller. That one is going to be smaller. That one's going to be small. That one may be. I might trim this one down to the size of the rest of them, but we'll see. So let's get started. I'm going to set you guys up, and we'll get to work.
shots and you're pouring me a fifth. No girls ever looked at me like this. Your roommate's pissed, she's halfway out the door. We throw our glasses back and I shiver as your hair kisses the floor. I can't remember which party we danced through that night. Boys ask stupid questions, we just laugh at the secret we can't hide. For the first time, Cinderella's staying out past midnight. Your lips press soft against my shoulder. It's not forever, it's just a moment we can smile at when we're older. You grabbed my hand and dragged me to your room. My heart takes off and doesn't stop till she's halfway to the moon. Suddenly we're sober and we're shy. But someday we'll be brave enough to look each other in the eye. I can't remember which party we danced through that night. Boys ask stupid questions, we just laugh at the secret we can't hide. For the first time, Cinderella can't hear the clock strike with her lips pressed against my shoulder. It's not forever, it's just a moment we can smile at when we're older. It's not forever, it's just...
This is an oak tree that I just found. I've already pulled out about 5 of them, but I'll show you where the acorn goes in. The acorn, and then it starts sprouting roots, and then you'll have an oak tree. Got another oak tree. Got another oak tree. That's the acorn. That's the root. So my yard guy, who is also my neighbor, walked over and was checking my yard to see if it was driving up to get his lawnmower on it. He has a riding, like zero turn. It's very heavy, and my yard has to be dry before he can ride on that. So he's in the backyard edging. I'm gonna try to hurry up and finish up here so that when he gets to the front yard, I'm out of his way. So we're gonna get the rest of these leaves off of my front porch and then head over to these bushes to the left of my door. All right.
Stupid questions, like a scar to roll my eyes. Now I know that Cinderella just to survive. Sometimes I check up on your profile. It's not forever, it's just the way I kind of think of you and smile. It's not forever, it's just the way you cross my mind once in a while. It's not forever, it's just a moment we can smile at and we're over.
As let me show you what we have so far today. Did not get a chance to trim the boxwoods because my lawn guy is cutting our grass. He's mowing our lawn. He's in the backyard, and it won't take him long to get to the front because he's on a riding mower. So I'm just going to show you what we've done, and we will have to get to that another day. Here, I was able to clean out underneath all of the juniper trees and all of the boxwoods. Got up all of the, and I really do hate if the lighting is horrible. I got underneath each all of the leaves, all the leaves in between the branches. I got in here all the leaves as much as I could. Those Lord pedalums, there's some dead leaves over there, but those leaves are so tiny that it's hard to grab them. They're mixed in with the rubber mulch, so they'll be fine. Cleaned out that area. I was able to clean around my front door all the leaves that had collected in the corners and behind those planters. And also I cleaned up underneath these heucheras, pulled out some of the dead stems, and they will form back a little bit better. Here, I came over to this side and cleaned out the weeds, the grass that was trying to grow into this flower bed, picked up all the wood mulch that had spilled out, cleaned out underneath these bushes and that juniper as well. That is about all we're going to do today because I don't want to be in the way of my landscaper. So I'm going to let him have it and let him clean up and edge the back and the front yard, and then we will get out and prune the boxwoods on another day. I'm going to go in and take a rest and then clean up and then head over to my mother-in-law's house this afternoon to get into her flower bed for the first thing. I still have a rose that I purchased from Heirloom Roses that I need to plant for her, and we need to clean up and throw down some mulch, so I'm going to record that, but that's going to be on a new video, probably the one that's being uploaded and posted after this one. So you guys will see how her garden bed is coming along. But with that, you guys, I want to thank you for coming along with me today. I know it was a pretty boring day just picking up leaves and cleaning up and pulling weeds and things like that, but it was things that have to be done to manicure your lawn and to manicure your landscape and your garden beds. Oh, I forgot to mention what else I did. Let me turn the camera around and show you something else. So last year when I pulled out the plastic edging that was here and just left the brick edging, the concrete edging, there was like a gap right here because the termite bait, I don't know if you can see it, the termite bait is there. Well, the termite bait was originally right there in line where a paver would be. So I said, oh, we'll move it later, and I never got around to it, and there was just always like a 4 or 5 inch gap right there in the pavers. So what I did was I dug it out and I moved it about a foot back into the garden bed, and then I still had a gap there because I never did move all the pavers down. So that's what I did. I went ahead and filled in that gap. There's like a little bend there, so it's just kind of hard to get it exactly straight, but I filled in that gap and I moved down all of the pavers, and I removed all of the river rock out of these downspout little concrete collectors, moved all that out, cleaned it out. It was like a lot of sand and debris from the roof in there. Cleaned all that out, swept that, cleaned the rocks, put those back, and that is in 3 of them. That one, that one, and then this one down here. And then, so now it goes to that little peak. Let me show you all what's going on. I got to figure out how I'm going to find out who's doing this, but somebody has been feasting on my hosta. Look at all those leaves eaten off on the front. The ones on the back are just fine. That one is demolished. Then this one here has some leaves that has been eaten. You see the ones broken off on the top. And that one over there has a couple of leaves that has been eaten off of. Then let me go to the other side and show you. Y'all, I originally thought they were squirrels, but this hydrangea, see, that is not the pruning cut that I made. Somebody has stood here up tall and chewed on these. You see the rest of them up top are like that. And then these few right here are all eaten off. And I think this is too high up for a squirrel. So that is about 3 feet off of the ground. Then they got it, my autumn frost right there, just demolished it, the entire thing, all the way down. I don't think any of these hydrangeas have been damaged. Let me show you my Annabelle. Okay, I hope you can hear me because my lawn man, his lawnmower is right in the backyard. But look at my Annabelle. I hope you can see this, but those have been eaten off of that. I mean, there's some back there that are still fine. Like I even have a couple of buds starting to form, but there are some that they ate. So I'm thinking about I have some old cameras, indoor cameras that I used to have at my other home. I'm thinking about putting one in this window right here, which is this window right here, which is the garage window on the inside facing out, and then one my dining room window back there. That dining room window. I'm thinking about putting one or two facing out into the garden bed, and it should pick up with motion, and so in the middle of the night hopefully we can see, because my Ring doorbell is not picking up anything. So if it is a deer, it's not crossing the pathway, crossing my front door, going from one bed to the other. So I don't know what to think. Hopefully the cameras that I put up will capture something, so I will know. This is what I've had to do to underneath my tree rings, to the hostas under there, because whatever it was, once it ate all of it up, then it came back and just pulled them all, uprooted all of the hostas, and they were just like laying off to the side, root and all. So I planted them all back, watered them all back in, and came back out like 2 days later, and they were all uprooted again. So I went to the Dollar Tree, and I will show you what I did. Went to the Dollar Tree. You see how it ate that hosta. It's starting to put out some more leaves, but all those, it ate that. I went and I bought these little wire baskets, set it on top. There's one there. They only had 2 of these wire garbage cans, and so I put these on top of the pastas that had a little bit more size to them. Look at this one. It kept digging this one up, like, ate all of that, just have a few leaves underneath it. It kept digging this one up. So I had to plant this one like 3 or 4 times. So that is there. This is a hosta that it didn't eat, so I put the garbage can on it. But see, you see, here's a hole. So I don't know what's digging into my beds. So yeah, guys, we are getting things done bit by bit. Like I said, I know today was kind of may have been a busy, I mean, not a busy, may have been a boring video for you guys. But for those of you that have stayed to the end, I want to thank you. For those of you that are new to the channel and like the comment that you see, please subscribe. It is free to do so. Give me a thumbs up if you like the video and leave me a comment and let me know who you are and where you're from. Um, I enjoy doing this. I enjoy documenting my gardening journey. So if you are the same, then come along and subscribe. And it's with always, whether it's morning, afternoon, or evening when you're watching this, I hope you guys are enjoying your day and enjoy the rest of it. Bye, friends.